All right, all right, all right. Let's have a little fun today, guys. Learn a little world history. Let's start it all off with a bang. Start off right, so you finish the right way. Start off right, you finish right. Start off right, you finish right. Yes, let's have a little fun. All right, so have your notes out. This won't go too fast, but some of you that don't like to keep up, it will be too fast. But I know you can do it. Here we go. Put your name up there. My name's Coach Horn. I'm the one that's typing this. You're the one that's writing it. Knock it out. What period is this? For me, it's all of y'all. For you, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Here we go. Early humans. First set of notes. Here, this is what happens. What are we studying? We're studying history. And history is the story of who? Humans. Me and you. Humans where? In the past. It tells us what they did and what happens to them. Okay? Someone who studies humans is called a historian. That's right, a historian, or historians, excuse me, are people who study and they write. That's where these textbooks come from. They write about the human past. They tell us that history began about how many years ago? History began, check this out. 5,500 years ago. That's it. Only 5,500 years ago. When people first began to, what did they do? They first began to write. But the story of people really begins before that. And we call that time period prehistory, which is that time before people developed writing. Very good. That's what's going on. That's what we're doing here. We're going to be looking at prehistory first, time before writing. So a lot of guesses about what happened. All right, tools of discovery. What we know about the earliest people comes from these things it should be a song, the things they left behind. All right, scientists have worked to uncover, what do they try to uncover? Uncover clues. They try to uncover clues about early human life. Archaeologists look for, what do they look for? Evidence buried in the groundwork settlements that might once have been. All right. They dig up and study, all right, two different things. They first dig up artifacts, all right, which are weapons, tools, and other things that are made. Artifacts are anything that's made by humans. They also look for, these are things not made by humans but are left behind, fossils. That's right, which are traces of plants or animals that have been preserved in rocks. Anthropologists focus on human society. They study how humans developed and how they related to one another, okay? Historians call the early period of human history the Stone Age. We're going to use something better than that. The name comes from the fact that people during this time used stone to make tools and weapons. The earliest part of the period is known as the Paleolithic Age. Paleolithic Age. I spelled that wrong. Paleolithic Age or Old Stone Age. All right, Paleolithic means old stone in the Greek language. Paleolithic times began roughly 2.5 million years ago. You can believe that if you like. And lasted until around 8,000 BCE. All right? All right, next topic. Who were the hunter-gatherers? Try to imagine the world during the Stone Age when long before any roads, farms, or villages had existed, early humans spent most of their time searching, what were they looking for? Searching for food. Some of y'all still doing that. Where's my food? It's all you care about. All right. What did they do? They hunted animals. They caught fish. They ate whatever they could, like insects, and gathered nuts, berries, fruits, grains, and other plants. That's right. Because they hunted and gathered, Paleolithic people were always on the move. They, because they're always moving, were nomadic. That's right. Or people who regularly move from place to place. They traveled in bands of 30 or so members because it was safer and made the search for, what are they looking for? The search for food, not foof, but food, easier. Very good, very good, very good. There we go. Men and women did, what do you think they did? They did different tasks within the group. Oh, let me erase that word. Within the group. Women stayed close to the campsite, which was typically near a stream or other water source. They looked after the children, we think, and searched nearby woods and meadows for berries, nuts, and grains. When men hunted animals, and activity sometimes took them far from where they decided to live for the while, is camp. They had to learn the habits of the animals and make tools for the kill. At first, they used clubs and drove the animals off cliffs. Over time, let's see what's going on here. Over time, that's right, I messed up. Over time, Paleolithic, so erase the word and, Paleolithic people invented, we think, spears, traps, bows, and arrows because we found those artifacts laying around. So we think that. All right, next topic. Adapting to the environment. The way that Paleolithic people live depended on where they live. All right, those in warm climates needed, very little clothes or shelter. People in cold climates sought protection from the weather in caves. Over time, Paleolithic people created new kinds of shelters. All right, the most common, was probably made of animal skins. All right, held up by wooden poles. Paleolithic people made a life-changing discovery when they learned to use or tame fire. Fire gave, and it gives, warmth to those gathered around it, and it lit the darkness and scared away wild animals. Food cooked over the fire tastes better. It was easier to, check this out, digest. Digestion begins outside the body if it's cooked. In addition, smoked meat could be kept longer. Archaeologists believe the early humans started fires by rubbing two pieces of wood together. Paleolithic people later made drill-like tools to start fires. Very good. Let's pause. All right, here we go. What were the Ice Ages? Fire was a key to the survival of Paleolithic people during the Ice Ages. These were long periods of extreme, it's so cold. That's right. The last Ice Age began about 100,000 BCE. From then until about 8,000 BCE. Thick ice sheets covered parts of Europe, Asia, in North America. Should say and in North America, not in North America. So and in North America. The Ice Age was a threat to human life. People risked death from the cold and also from hunger. Early humans had to adapt by changing their diet, building sturdier shelters, and using animal furs to make warm clothing. And the big deal was the mastery of fire helped people live in this environment. All righty, let's take a break right there, and that will be part one. That will be part one.